What's going on, guys? BMS and I are back with another video. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Make sure you guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So here we go.
While men may like the idea of women being smarter than them, in reality, well, they're less likely to want to date them.
You said you were a stewardess.
I was testing a theory.
Remember when Miranda dumbed down to get a date?
As a lawyer, a partner, no less, I got 0 dates. And as a stewardess, I got one for tomorrow night.
Well, ladies, turns out those fears aren't fiction. According to a recent study, women with brains are at the top of the turnoff list.
Some men are intimidated by women who they feel outperform them, that it somehow diminishes their masculinity.
Researchers from 3
Shame, guilt, insults need to be right off the bat. Like, why is it positioned that a man is inferior or feels insecure to a woman with a higher level of education? Why can't it be the narrative that he's not interested in a woman that has a higher level of education? And the reality is, I mean, let's be honest, women with higher levels of education are going to put their career and their degree on a pedestal, and a man is going to have to compete with that, right? So why would I want to do that?
3 universities looked at a group of 105 undergraduate men and found that while they liked the idea of a woman who displayed more intelligence than themselves, when it came to dating, they got cold feet. But if Beyonce taught us anything. All right, here with me now, editor-in-chief of Glamour magazine, Cindy Levy, and we were just having some levity here because I said my husband hates it when I beat him at Scrabble. How do you feel about this study overall?
Well, my first feeling when I heard about this study was just to check the calendar and make sure we were not still in 1952, because I did think we were kind of past that idea that as a woman you have to let the guy be the star in all situations. My second feeling, quite honestly, is that if this is how undergraduate men feel, good luck to them, because the truth of it is now women are earning more college degrees than men. If you're a woman in your 20s, there's a really good chance you're going to be making the same amount or more money than the guy you're in a relationship with. And, you know, men are just going to have to get used to that at some point.
They are going to have to get used. I guess I'm at the table to prove I'm not intimidated.
Yeah.
right now.
Go for it.
We did do this online survey, and you see a real gender gap. We asked our male viewers, would you date a woman who's smarter than you are? 87% said yes, 13% said no. But then, when we asked a follow-up question to everybody, men and women together, are men intimidated by smart women? 79% said yes, 21% said
yeah,
no.
so someone's not telling the truth there. I mean, I think what this shows is that men in particular...
You're literally subtracting men that you might be interested in because now you want to go for that guy, that superior guy, 6-pack, 6 feet, that may be equal or greater value to your situation. So for the guys that you're Xing out, those guys are going to be fine because, again, they're just looking for a woman to be submissive and agreeable. Yeah. And that's the entry point to a relationship or a successful relationship for a guy. So she's making it seem like men are going to be suffering and woe is me. But the reality is these women are going to be suffering because they're going to have the degree, they're going to have the education, the job, which is fine. That's cool. But they're ultimately going to die alone. Problem with these women, not all, but the problem with these modern women that put their career first, they're not saying to themselves, let me go to school and make a lot of money so that I can bring it home to the family and break it up between the family. Yeah. These types of women are looking to travel. They're looking for fashion. They're looking to have a nice car, maybe live in a nice area, jewelry, right? More of the vanity things versus the longevity of a family, right? So I think that's the difference. They're going to school and getting all this money, but they're not doing it for the family reason.
Young men do know that they should be down with the idea. Yeah, exactly. But listen, these are gender norms that have been around for millennia, the idea about what men should be and what women should be, and sometimes it takes a while to change those things.
So what is your advice to women when they see this study? Date older men?
Well, maybe if you can't find a 22, I mean, this study was done on undergraduates. If you can't find a 22-year-old guy who's comfortable with your intelligence, intelligence, go find a 32-year-old guy who is. Honestly, my advice to women is no advice to women. Keep being awesome.
And how about for men who may have this bias but not know it?
Well, I think you need to think about, okay, well, if I'm theoretically comfortable with being in a woman who might do better than me on certain things, then I have to know that that's going to happen in reality. I mean, listen, you know, there's a great line by Sheryl Sandberg that for a woman, the most important career decision you make is who you marry. There are great examples now of men who are supporting their wives and have tremendously happy marriages as a result.
Very well said. Cindy, thanks so much.
And this is the delusional echo chamber that a lot of women are teaching other women, because they literally have the stats and figures that are telling women what men want, and they're simply disregarding it, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Especially because, like, I think we've talked about this before. Most men are still traditional, right? It's the women who have changed and want maybe different for themselves and things like that, right? So the men they're still staying stuck. It's the same, exactly what men wanted 50 years ago is exactly what they want today.
Exactly.
So like back in the day, what they wanted, like men wanted a woman who would stay home, be able to take care of the children and the household and be able to cook and clean and take care of the home while he provides for the household and for everybody else, and also protection and all that kind of stuff.
Woman good, guy bad. And that's what's happening in today's society. And when we have these conversations with women or these guys out here having conversations, this is the pushback they're going to get. They're going to get women that are going to shame them, you know, need to be right, all that good stuff, because society and media is telling women to live your life and be independent and free. And if he doesn't like that, then he's the problem.
Yeah. Like, okay, everyone's allowed to have their preferences. Like, I think that's fair to say. But at the same time, it's just like it goes too far. That's the problem. Like, if everyone just had a manageable amount of expectation, I think that's where a lot of solutions can come from, right? So it's okay for women that like they have a certain standard, but don't be too don't be too inflated with that, right?
Right, but it comes with
men,
hypergamy though. Like once. Huh?
Like for women, like they gotta watch that. If you know innately that you have to fight this feeling, right? Like if you know that there's still good men and like you can still have a good life, but maybe it doesn't have to be the most luxurious, like we own an island type of lifestyle. Like that doesn't, you don't need that to be
think
happy.
Women inherently want a guy that's superior, big, strong, you know, very logical, makes lots of money. Right? Like women want guys like that. And here's the thing. I don't think it's a bad thing that women want a superior guy. I don't, right? I think women are going to want what they want. But at the same time, you're putting yourself in a position to fail, right? You're putting yourself in a position to die alone. If you get more education, get more money, so it's almost like a double-edged sword. Right? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I think there's a common ground where you can have that family, but also make a decent amount of money. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and end this video. Go ahead and comment. Let us know what you think. We're curious as to your thoughts on this video. And until next time.
Bye, guys.